You have a small block which is connected to one end of the two identical massless strings. Uh, their length is 16 2 by 3 centimeter. For a while, we will take that as a length L. For a while, we will take it as a length L to avoid any further future what do you call confusion. We will take up it as L, some L. Let that be L. L is 16 2 by 3 centimeter. Right. The ratio of the tensions T1 by T2 is given as 4 is to 1. Then what will be the angular velocity omega of the block? That is the question. Remember, you have only one data available, which is 60 degrees. Which is 60 degrees. Right. In such problems, the general tendency is that you need to explore what exactly they want in this question. See, if this is not happening, for example, we will fail in concluding the question. What are the different forces involved that you need to identify here? In my point of view, I can see two forces in the rotating frame. If I am in a rotating frame, I can identify that. Suppose if this is some radius r, this is mr omega square. And this is some m. Now you draw the free body diagram. Properly draw the free body diagram. One is mr omega square. The other is mr omega square. The other is T1, which makes an angle 60 degrees. The other is a T2, which makes an angle 60 degrees. MG. These are the different diagrams. This is the first stage. In case if anyone having doubt, you can come to the mic and you can ask me. I'll help you in understanding this. If I have any doubt, you please ask me related to this. This is the first stage. Next stage, obviously, what you will do is that you will simply do that T1 opposite side, T1 sine 60 plus T2 sine 60 is equal to M. What is R, by the way? R is nothing but, if this is 60, this is a 30. R is L cos 30 omega square. Equation 1. So T1 plus T2 is equation 1. That is the first point. Yeah. What else you have? The other option is that they are given T1 by T2 as 4:1. They are clearly given that. T1 by T2 is 4:1. T1 is 4T2. 4T2 plus T2. 5T2 is ml omega square. Yeah, I got only T2 here, not more than this, right? So T2 can be written as ml by 5 omega square. At least this I can reach. If I know T2, I know T1 also. But they want omega. Don't forget that. And there is another option for you also. What is that? Change the color. The another option is T1 cos 60 plus T2 cos 60. 1 minute. T1 cos 60 plus T1 cos 60 is upwards is equal to T2 cos 60 plus mg. mg. So very clear from this T1 minus T2 cos 60 half is mg. Fine. Are T1 is 4T2. T1 minus T2 is 3T2. 3 by 2 T2 is mg. But you know what is T2 from here? It is ml omega square by 5, which is equal to mg. Cancel m on both the sides. By the way, omega is under root 10g, because 2 5 is 10. 10g by 3l. I am not comfortable with the appearance. I will rewrite this as 10g by 3l. We got 10g by 3l. That is what you want actually. What else you want? Omega is 10g by 3l. Just you solve it. That entire term you will get as, trust me, I have done this. You need to convert L properly, first of all. 16 times 2 by 3 is nothing but 50 by 3. Improper fraction, if I am not mistaken. In mathematics, it is called. Uh, Therefore, if I am not mistaken, that is correct. You will apply 10 into G by 3 into 50 by 3. It is 100 by 50, nearly. Just do the calculation as we see centimeters also. Centimeters means you have something more in this. Just solve this, you'll get the answer. But my duty is still root 10g by 3l. Right. Anyone in the class? You have any doubt? Please ask me. Anyone in the class? Anika, did you see any students raising their hands? Right. May I proceed for the next question?
Yes, sir.
Right. Thank you. Wow. Good question. Very good. Start working on this. Two wires, AC and DC. They are tied at C of small sphere of mass m 5 kg, which revolves at a constant speed v in horizontal constant speed v in the horizontal circle whose radius is 1.6 meter. Find the minimum value of V. Sir, I didn't understand what exactly do they mean. No, the first question. There are two strings. Okay, so what? If there are two strings, my question is, do they bear the same tension or different tension? That's the question. Anyone in the class? Do they bear the same tension or different tension? Anyone in the class? Sir, thank you. Do they bear the same tension or different tensions? They bear different tensions actually. Now, for example, they are not connected by one single string. Don't forget that. T1, T2. Remember, this is the vertical. And this vertical makes an angle of 30 degrees. So with this, what I can say is up T1 cos 30 plus T2 cos 45. All these are upward forces. Is equal to mg. Do you know how I have written this exam? This particular equation? Sigma Fi is equal to 0. Net force in the y direction is 0. Similarly, if you take sigma Fx, there are two tension components are responsible for maintaining pseudo force. Why? Because this will have pseudo force like this. M L omega square. So therefore, T1 sin 30 plus T2 sin 45 is ml omega square. Boys need to know that, in this, what are unknowns? T1 is unknown, T2 is unknown. Earlier, they want velocity term. No issues. I can write this as mv square by r also. mv square by L also. Right. You have two equations. Unknowns are T1, T2. V is an unknown. L they have given, undoubtedly. M is also given. Three unknowns. But I could give you only two equations. Then how it is possible? First of all, with the data available, you have two equations. You obtain a condition for T1 or T2. No, it is as per your choice. Like for example, equation 1 and equation 2, T1 root 3 by 2 plus mg. T1 root 3 plus root 2 t is equal to 2 mg. Get it? Get it. అచ్చా నేను ఇంకా మీ క్లాస్ స్టార్ట్ చేయలేదు. మీది ఎప్పుడో చెప్పారు నాకు. వైస్ ప్రిన్సిపల్ ఒకసారి కనుక్కుంటా. 4:00 ఎంతో చెప్పాడు నా క్లాస్. మీది 4 చెప్పాడు యాక్చువల్గా. నేను హలో ఈ తార్నాక్ అవలే స్టార్ట్ చేశారు. థర్డ్ ప్రాబ్లం నుంచి మీరు వింటారు అంతే. వాళ్ళకి 3:30 నేను స్టార్ట్ చేశాను నేను. ఓకేనా? రైట్. ఇప్పుడు స్టార్టింగ్ 4K. Your classes at 4 only. Because I'm anyway teaching for them, I want you to be a part of this class. That's all. Okay? Sit here. You inform your friends to come. Okay? By the way, 2M. Next, the other part, equation 2. Yeah, this is equation 1. Rewriting equation 2, you'll get multiply all the sides with the root 2 or 2 root 2. All entire left to right, 2 root 2. You will get a root 2 T1 plus 2 T2 is 2 root 2 mv square by L. Equation 2. Now try to solve this. Try to please solve this. Even you can make it a smart way like this also. No? T1 plus root 2 T2 is 2 mv square by L. Equation 2. What is the objective of this? With this, I can do 1 minus 2. By doing 1 minus 2, I am going to get root 3 T1 minus T1 is. Are this and this will get cancelled. And by doing which, I'll get a relation T1 by 2. Yeah, come. 2mg. Come. 2mg. Hold on. 2mg minus 2mv square by L. That is a T1. So I got T1. So T1 must not be 0. So to avoid that, 2 minutes. T1 must be greater than or equal to 0 because it can't be 0. So for this to happen, obviously mg greater than or equal to mv square by L or v square less than ZL or v less than root GL. Root GL means root 10 into 1.4. 10 into 1.4. 1.6 into 10. So 16. 4 meter per second. The minimum 4 meter per second is required. If it is, maximum 4 meter per second is required. That's the deal. So this is how I will do the question. But if you have any doubt or you are just 1 minute, we're good. Just 1 minute. Angle of banking based question. So under angle of banking case question, you have a lower limit and upper limit. I have posted notes of the entire last week. Have you received? Solved till the last problem. Okay, but be careful. Save it properly. Just substitute in this. I don't want to continue this question further. Do you have any objection? Yeah, what to do? You just substitute the formulas, right? Right. It's basic theory question. Wow. Now this is one question where your presence of mind is very much needed. the coefficient of static friction between the particle and the platform is mu. Find maximum angular speed, minimum angular speed. I am still confused why. Here, notice that you have friction. There is friction. Suppose if there is no rotation, what will happen? We will see. If there is no rotation, what will happen is, for example, this is a tension T. This is mg. Hold on, just hold on. And this is point mass on the table. And this is the tension force. And this is the frictional force. But the problem is, maximum value of frictional force is what is the maximum value of frictional force? Mu small mg. So therefore, this is mu F limiting value is simply mu mg. Agar tension, even if it is mg, mg is still greater than mu mg. What happens? Slide down. So to avoid sliding, what is required? If this is a rotating, there is additionally one more force. What is that force? Pseudo force. It is called pseudo force, centrifugal force. So therefore, centrifugal force m r omega square. Sir, why again they uttered two terms? Why maximum and minimum? I will explain. This comes under minimum case. Yes. No, sir, you are cheating somewhere. No, hold on. If you agree this diagram for a while, mr omega square plus fl is t, which is the same as mg. And increasing the speed, different omegas I am trying. What happens? Speed of pseudo force keeps increasing. What happens? Okay, fine. Static friction, self-adjusting magnitude keeps decreasing. At some point, you will notice mr omega square becomes mg. M small m r omega square becomes equal to capital mg. So what? Even I am increasing. Then what happens? Sometime you will see that at some time you will see that mg tension, no change in this, no change in this. No change in mr omega square term also. No change. No change in tension term also. But there is one change now. Yes, friction takes a reverse direction. Why? Static friction is self-adjustable. Static friction is self-adjustable. So now it takes a form like this. So therefore, this will come under minimum. And now whatever that I am discussing, that comes under maximum. That is nothing but T plus FL, which is nothing but mg plus mu small m. Right. Anika, Any of our friends having doubts? Boys?
Sir.
No. Right. Boys? అరే నాకు కొంచెం యాక్టివ్గా ఉండేవాడు ముందర కూర్చోబెట్టండి వరుణ్ గాడినో లేకపోతే హేమంత్ గాడినో లేకపోతే మన స్కూల్ వాడిని కూర్చోబెట్టండి మన స్కూల్ వాడిని రైట్ ఓకే ఫైన్ నేను రేపు కెమెరా ఇంకొంచెం మంచి పొజిషన్లో ఫిక్స్ చేస్తాను సో దట్ నేను రేపు క్లాసు ఎలా తీసుకున్నా నాకు మొత్తం క్లాస్ వ్యూ కావాలి కొంత కనిపిస్తుంది కానీ ఇప్పుడు రైట్ అనిక వాయిస్ క్లారిటీ బాగానే ఉందా
Sir.
రైట్ థ్యాంక్ యూ ఈ క్వశ్చన్ క్లియర్ కదా అందరికీ రైట్ సో ఇంకేం జస్ట్ యువర్ వర్క్ ఆన్ ద ఈక్వేషన్ ఇట్స్ వెరీ గుడ్ క్వశ్చన్ యాక్చువల్లీ ఓకే రైట్ ఫార్చునేట్లీ ఇది కానికల్ పెండులం కాదు గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి దిస్ ఈజ్ నాట్ కానికల్ పెండులం if it is a conical pendulum you will get a different case again fortunately that is not the conical pendulum right you have this question even in HC Verma also you have this question in HC Verma also no go ahead start working on this zoom in or you want to zoom out no I have two options I can increase the size or shrink this which you want increase the size has to happen here only I appreciate because someone should ask if it is a need. Next two questions are really very good questions, actually. So I'll start. A table with smooth horizontal surface is fixed with in a cabin. వాళ్ళకు కూడా క్లాస్ నడుస్తుందా సార్ నో నడుస్తుందా అదే నువ్వు ఒకసారి క్వాలిటీ ఎలా ఉందో చూసి చెప్పరా ఒకసారి వాయిస్ క్వాలిటీ ఏ టేబుల్ విత్ ఏ smooth horizontal surface is fixed in a cabin that rotates with uniform angular velocity omega in a circular path of radius r. A smooth groove AB whose length is L, whose length is L, which is very small when compared to R, which means whether it is at A or whether it is at B, centrifugal force is mr omega square. That is the meaning of L very small when compared to R, right? Simple here, you are taking a turn, outer ring road, very big radius. Whether you are to the left side of the car or right side of the car, okay, not able to know what is happening for them then.
Sir.
Thank you. Figure shows the top view of a circular rotating table rotating with angular speed omega. Particles are connected by a string and that are kept on two mutually perpendicular radii. Coefficient of friction is mu. What can be the maximum angular speed of the table so that the particles do not slip on this? my skill, my basic skill in doing this question depends on how best I draw the free body diagram. And for this, I may take the help of different colors to represent the situation. See, first thing, whether you accept it or not, one is common. mr omega square, pseudo force. This force is nothing but your centrifugal force. You have one more force like this. This is also called as centrifugal force, mr omega square. Done. Next, maybe tension force. Tension force. Right? Are common sense says equilibrium is required. भैया दो फोर्सेस तो ऐसा है, तीसरा फोर्स हाउ इट शुड बी टू मेक इट अ वाई, लैमिस थ्योरम अप्लाई करने के लिए. So therefore, in this case, friction acts like this, FA. In this case also, friction acts like this. Actually, they should be parallel. Why? This is 45, this is 45. They should be parallel. Yeah. If you have understood this diagram, 3/4 of the question is done. Now, my point is, do anyone have doubts in this? Ask me right now. If you have any doubt, 1 minute, just I'll join in another Zoom so that I can see the students.
Recording in progress.
Right. I'll see only. Anika, tell me till this point, any of our students have doubts? Any of our students have doubts?
Sir, they want you to explain this once again.
Can you please get me one more time?
Sir, they want you to explain this one more time.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. This is what I'm asking. All your focus requires to be on the screen right now. Now here is the mass. Here is another mass. Irrespective string exists or not. Pseudo force. Pseudo force. Done. Next, string is connected and taut. So therefore, tension force, tension force. Our question started with equilibrium. You said with respect to an observer here, you want to see that they are in equilibrium without slipping. Means the resultant of these two must bear a friction like this. So the frictional force need to act like this. Now till this point, any doubt? Anika, are we clear?
Clear, sir?
Thank you. Now the question, I am happy someone is chatting also. Please do that. Please do that. Right. Now the question is, how to handle this? I'll write everything properly. This is mr omega square. This is a tension. Can someone please really help me in identifying this angle? 90 plus 45, 135 degrees. Right. And this is how your friction will be. See, according to Lami's theorem, you require angle also. For example, you require one angle. I don't know that. I'm assuming. Let this angle be theta. If that is a theta, what is going to happen is this is 45 degrees and this is a theta. And by the way, this is 180 minus theta. Again, I'm stopping here. One more time, I'm taking a break. Break ka matlab, I expect some doubts, flow of doubts from your side. Anika, confirm. Including angles. Including angles. No issues. No doubts? Right. Thank you. Right. Okay, fine. We'll move it. No, earlier, my problem is there are two unknowns. There are two unknowns. What to do? There are two unknowns. And you said the coefficient of friction is mu. There are two unknowns undoubtedly. So, and tension is unknown. Theta is unknown. Earlier, how to handle this? But one thing I can say, equilibrium is agreed, right? Do you allow me to write mr omega square is nothing but t cos 45 plus f cos theta? Boys, yes or no? Everyone in the class. Pakka. How? I am taking sigma fi is equal to 0. Actually, that is the source of equation 1. And I have one more, I just have one more option also. What is that? Along sigma fx is equal to 0 condition. What is that? T sin 45 is f sin theta. Agreed? Equation 2. You do whatever, finally what is happening is mr omega square. Fortunately, I have a situation here. T cos 45, T sin 45 is the same. Fortunately. So therefore, this is f cos theta plus f sin theta. My handwriting is becoming worse now. I'm not interested in such a handwriting. Give me time, because the moment you take a printout of this, it should be crystal clear. And I should hold good feedback. Okay. mr omega square is f sin theta plus f cos theta. Right. Left hand side is okay. Even f is also okay. But what to do with the right hand side? For this purpose, if you allow me, I will write this as 1 by root 2 sin theta plus 1 by root 2 cos theta. If you allow me. Why, sir? This allows me to write this as root 2f sin 45 plus theta. Right. Arey, no, sir, hold on. I'm almost one step just before my answer. One step just before my answer. So I should change the color. By mr omega square by root 2, whatever you take f mu mg. इससे ज्यादा तो नहीं होता है ना. This is sin 45 plus theta. And one more important point, the maximum value of this is 1. Even you quarrel with the God, its maximum value is 1. So therefore, so MR omega maximum square is root 2 mu mg. M cancel, or even omega maximum, right? So omega max is root 2 mu g by r under root. Now it is your turn. Just please tell me, have you understood this or not? Everyone in the class. Sir, you have cheated us. You lost your mind somewhere. अरे इतना steps का जरूरत है. First of all, yes, I stand on my words. इतना steps का जरूरत है. You literally lost. Why you have written that much steps? You said Lami's theorem. Then I'll change the color and I'll try to teach you in a different way. Sir, you take MR omega square taken by sin 45 plus theta taken. Take F taken boss by sin 135. Sin 135 is cos 45. This is nothing but root 2F, which means MR omega square by root 2F is sin 45 plus theta. Where do you got this from? Lami's theorem. एक स्टेप में हो गया ना. My problem is I am worried whether you would accept this or not. So therefore I taught you both the ways. Next, everything is the same. Anika, any doubts? Zoom this.
No doubt, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. But I am not receiving feedbacks from our ECL, room number 102. Right. Right. Good question. Actually, smart question. Simple question. Yeah. Arya, just remind me, I have one question to discuss. Okay, I'll try. Around 5, I'll start that. 5, we are supposed to leave. Wow. Very punctual. Right. అరే వెళ్ళిపోయే వాళ్ళు వెళ్ళిపోండ్రా, మిగతా వాళ్ళు ఉండండి. సూపర్ క్వశ్చన్, పాత్ ఫైండర్లో చెప్తా. ఎస్, illustration 9.42. Read the question carefully. In the figure shown, 2 blocks of mass MA and MB. If the blocks are rotating at radius r as shown in the figure and are kept on a rough table, consider mu s between all the contact surfaces. Right. Determine the angular speed of the turntable for which the blocks just began to slide. See, try to please understand in such a situation which will have a tendency to move, for example. Which will have a tendency to move. I need to assume one amount. I am assuming that because masses were not given. See, I'm not cheating at all. See, I'm just bringing something. You said a point. Blocks just began to slide. Arya, see, please try to understand. Both the blocks will experience. No, I don't like this color right now. Arya, this is A. A already experienced a pseudo force. MA or omega square. Tension. Just please, just stay. Just stay. This is B. Omega square. tension. We need to commit that something will move away and something will move towards the axis of rotation. Agreed or not? Anyone here prepared to say, no, sir, both will move away? How is it possible, man? Is this a spring or a string? That is a string. The length of the string to remain constant. Something is moving leftwards. Say, for example, B is moving away from the axis of rotation. A should move towards the axis of rotation. In terms of B, tendency of motion of A is, I am asking again, tendency of motion of A in terms of B. I am assuming B is moving away from the axis of rotation. In that case, tendency of motion of A is rightwards. So therefore, friction opposes. And you will have, what is this? Mu S M A G. Bhaiya, this is the tendency of motion. Agreed. अगर ये एक्शन है तो उसका रिएक्शन किधर होगा? You will have any reaction over here, and which is mu S M A G. अब भैया block is moving leftwards. So therefore, friction again comes into picture. MA plus MBG. Then what do you do? Write the equations. You have two equations here. Color change. Right? What are the changes? MBR omega square is, why you add all these area, please, time and space. So therefore, I can write this as mu S times 2MA plus MBG plus T. Whereas here you can have MAR omega square is T minus mu S MAG. So now this is equation 1. This is equation 2. Can I ask you honestly, what you want to eliminate? Come on, say me, attention. Who wants tension, man? Who asked you the tension here? Okay, we are Vaidivedic tension to solve this tension. So to avoid that tension, we will avoid this tension. Therefore, equation 1 minus equation 2. Therefore, what we will have? MP minus MA times R omega square is mu S times 3MA plus MBG. Boys and girls, finally I have omega. So therefore, omega is under root mu S 3MA plus MBG divided by R times MB minus MA. I know MB is greater than MB, so I have taken this decision. I know this. I am taking MB greater than MB. So I got this answer. Suppose if you take A is greater than B, then you will get a different answer. Accordingly, you should modify. Any doubts? Tarnaka students, do you have any doubts? Anika, అరే ఆ ఫ్రంట్ బెంచ్ లో బాయ్స్ ఎవరో ఒకళ్ళు చెప్పండి ఒకసారి కనిపించండి కెమెరా దగ్గరికి వచ్చి కనిపించండి నాకు నీట్గా అసలు ఎప్పుడు అనీకాను ఆ టీమే కనిపిస్తుంది ఒకసారి నాకు కనిపించండి ఎంతసేపు ఈసారి అటు పెడదాం అయ్యో ఒక్క బాయ్ కూడా చెప్పట్లేదు ఎస్ ఆర్ నో అని అనీక ఎనీ డౌట్స్
Explain one second.
ఏ స్టెప్ అని అనీక
from first. Sir, equation 1 నుంచి అంట.
Equation 1 nuncha, very good, no issues. For equation 1 is obtained from the free body diagram of this block P. Leftward only one force. Leftward only one force. Rightward three forces. You need to add all the three. Are in the process of addition, I have done only one mistake. Intermediate step मैंने skip किया. अरे यार ये और ये ऐड करने से 2 MA हो गया plus MBG plus tension 1. Similarly, you take this free body diagram. MAR omega square is equal to T minus mu S MAG. This step, LHS two forces, right hand side only one force. So I modified smartly like this. You know why I modified smartly like this? To avoid tension. So therefore, when I am doing equation 1 minus equation 2, you will get these two terms cancel. And minus of minus becomes plus. Already you have 2 MA term. Now another MA term added. So 3 MA term you will get. Okay, Anika, anything else, or you still want some more clarity on this? I'm prepared. I'm prepared to give you much more clarity.
Sir, కొంతమందికి ఒక డౌట్ ఉంది సార్ దట్ when to take MA and when to take MA plus MP.
ఇంకొకసారి అడగమా అనిక?
సార్ కొంతమంది ఒక డౌట్ ఉంది దట్ when to take MA MP ఇండివిజువల్లీ ఎప్పుడు MA plus MP తీసుకోవాలి అని.
సూపర్ క్వశ్చన్. చూడండి, you are confusing. I know why you asked this question, Anika. Your basic problem is you are mixing that question with this question. That is your problem. Right or not, Anika? In this question, there is no string. In this, there is no string. There might be a possibility that both might move away from the axis of rotation together. There might be a possibility that both might move away from the axis of rotation. Whereas in this question, you don't have such a scope. Why? They were connected in through a pulley. If B moves leftwards, A moves rightwards. If A moves leftwards, B moves rightwards. Then in that case, how will you take both as one system? That is the reason why that case and this case are different. And that is the reason why I have clearly drawn the very free body diagram. Okay, Anika. And don't hesitate. You can ask further. Anika, any doubt? Further doubt? ఐస్ కొంచెం ముందరకుండి కూర్చోవాలి. ఇంకొంచెం స్క్రీన్ మీద డల్ అయిందా మీకు? నాకైతే కనిపిస్తుంది. I can see this clearly. Anika, tell me, is this clear or you want me to discuss this further?
No doubts, sir.
Thank you. Right, and we will move on to the next question.
It's clear.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. నీ గొంతు పోతుంది అనిక. Right. I'll try to arrange something else so that much more audibility is allowed. Right. Are I require some space. Why? Because they are two different questions. Got it. One question I made it. Now I need to find this part also. I can hear some noise. Any problem there? I can hear some noise. Anika, anything, any problem in our classroom?
సార్ అందరు మాట్లాడుకుంటున్నారు సార్.
Okay, I can see someone who is talking. I'll see the screen. Let me see. Right. I can see this. Class లో ఎవరు లేరా? ఏఎల్ గాని
సార్ శ్రీధర్ సార్ ఉన్నారు.
ఓకే. శ్రీధర్ ఎవరు మాట్లాడతారో ఫొటోస్ తీసి రేపు నాకు చూపించు.
ఓకే సార్.
రైట్. నువ్వు సిస్టమ్ పక్కనే కూర్చో. ఏదన్నా డౌట్ అంటే నన్ను చెప్పు. రైట్. Boys, you see, this is question number 7. Excellent question. Easy question. It's I think you can imagine the system. It's rotating about a vertical axis. Okay. అరే నువ్వు ఏదన్నా చెప్పినా my observation is cow. COW cow. Passage cow. I will start with only 2 statements. Statement 1. This will experience pseudo force mr omega square. That will experience weight force mg. Right. Find the angle theta corresponding to the steady state position of the sleeve. You know, for steady state position to have, the normal reaction is to pass through the center. That's it. What else you want? My favorite Lami's theorem once again. This is 90, that is for sure, I know. And you know, this is 90 minus theta. This is 90 minus theta. So totally what is going to be this angle? 180 minus theta. Why? Bhaiya, this is 90 minus theta plus 90. So 180 minus theta. Okay. What about this angle? Can someone please tell me? This is 90 minus theta. And this should be 90 plus theta. Done. Done. Now I am applying Lami's theorem. How? Are bhaiya, mr omega square by sin 180 minus theta. ఈ ఆటో వాళ్ళు ఏందిరా మీరు కిందకు వచ్చే ధర కొడుతూనే ఉంటారు ఇంకా ఆర్సర్. నెక్స్ట్ ఎంజీ బై తార్నాకలో 5:30 దాకా కూర్చుంటారు పిల్లలు, తెలుసా మీకు? నెక్స్ట్ వీక్ నుంచి 6. నెక్స్ట్ ఎంజీ బై sin 90 plus theta. M cancel. R. అరే ఆర్ మాత్రం యాడ్ ఇచ్చాడు, మనమే కనుక్కోవాలి. ఆర్ సైన్ థీటా ఒమేగా స్క్వేర్ by sin theta. Don't ask me why. Sin 180 minus theta is sin theta. This is G by cos theta. So therefore, cos theta is G by R omega square. Done. What do you want? Read the question once again, please. What do you want? Angle. I've given angle. You may question me, where did you given the angle, sir? Please mind you, I have given angle in terms of cos inverse. Theta is cos inverse G by R omega square. Boys, any doubts? Pakka? Easy question? A straight repeated question actually. Even last week also, I have you all followed my paper discussion class? Yesterday I posted. No. I have posted yesterday, paper discussion. Why should you test? You check, you have already subscribed. You check VAT 5 paper discussion. And I have posted the solutions also for that. I mean the paper discussion content. Right. Yeah. Small wedge whose base is horizontal is fixed to a vertical rod as shown in the figure. The sloping side of the wedge is frictionless and the wedge is spun with a constant angular velocity omega about vertical axis as shown in the figure. This is going to be the last question, normal view. You can leave thereafter, you people. But I will discuss one difficult question after this. Okay, there are no issues. Anyway, I'm posting that link. Auto people can't wait for you. Right, you can leave. There is no hesitation. Even room number 102 people also you can leave because it is a time up. Tarnaka, please listen. I am going to discuss an Olympiad question after this question. The value of angular speed omega for which the block of mass m just does not slide down the wedge. Okay, it's easy question only. Only thing that you need to properly manage pseudo force m. You know what is radius here? L cos theta. So ml cos theta omega square. What about the other force? Weight force. What do you want? No relative sliding along this incline. Okay, no issues. Resolve this into components further. Abhaya, this is again theta. So ml cos theta omega square component cos theta is equal to mg sin theta component. Done. What else you expect? My neat pasted photograph there. So what do you want? Omega. Are happy to strike this. Cos square theta, sin theta. Right. What you want is omegas is equal to root of g sin theta by L cos square theta. That's all. Only thing that you need to identify is that along the inclined plane, it should cancel. So therefore, g sin theta by L cos square theta is the perfect answer for this. A very good question. Okay. If someone wants to read, don't hesitate. This video will be posted here. Right. If you want to stay, stay. Right. So as mentioned, I am stepping into that Olympiad question. 1 minute. I require space. Nice. Boys, here comes the question. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. I'm pasting that. A very good question, actually. 1 minute. 1 minute. Most there. Got the question. Very good question. Actually, see, it all depends on how best you handle this. Okay, na? 1 minute. I just copy Control V again. We'll trim this. Olympiad question actually. I'll draw the diagram separately again. Super. That's an Olympiad question actually. Max 5 minutes, you can close it. If you have a proper idea of this. All try this. You have done this should be the answer for this. Very, very, very easy question, but read the question carefully. This is going to be my last question for the day. To will a stone to a cord, one should move the free hand of the cord on a circular path, pulling the stone on a larger circular path. In this way, a stone of mass m is whirled on a horizontal circular path whose radius is r. With the help of a light inextensible cord of length L, by moving the free end of the circular path of radius r with a uniform speed v. Here you can see uniform speed v. Right. Here, careful understanding is required. Here, two things are rare. That is one term. The tensile force in the cord becomes so large the effect of gravity can be ignored and the resistance becomes considerable. Find suitable expression for the force of air resistance. Right. That is the question now. In this regard, my point, first of all, is there might be some tension here. Similarly, there will be some tension over here because that is a string basically. And I assume that this makes an angle theta. And this has two components. One is T sin theta. The other is T cos theta. Remember, even though there is a T sin theta, still it is moving with constant speed, means this component is balancing the friction of air. That component is balancing the friction of air. Now, one more important point is I can give you omega from here. Omega is V by R. In fact, this one omega is also the same. And I want one more important point. I think in geometry, you have a triangle like this. You have a triangle like this. This angle is a theta. This side is L, this side is R, and this side is small r. Then can you please help me in writing what is cos theta from this? Cosine rule. What is cosine rule? Yes, what is cosine rule? You know how to write cosine rule? No one in the class. No one. Cosine rule. Come on, God. That is not the case. Now, you have cosine rule. You need to know, you already know that because in the fundamentals we have given you that cosine rule is what I want. If you know that, everything is done. Why? This T cos theta supplies necessary centripetal force. Okay. Therefore, what you can do is cosine rule R square is equal to capital R square plus L square minus 2RL cos theta. This is cosine rule. Actually, if you are applying Lami's theorem, you are applying sine rule. A by sin A is equal to B by sin B is equal to C by sin C. This is cosine rule. So what do you want to express? I don't want to express anything. I have done question. What is your question? You want a T sin theta, right? Okay. Okay. Right. From this I can write cos theta as capital R square plus L square minus small r square by 2 times RL. I don't think someone object me on this because I haven't done anything new. I have just rewritten this. Sis, when we have cos theta, we can give anything actually. This is the theta. This term is R square plus L square minus small r square. And this term is 2RL. If you want sin theta, I can give. Got the point? Okay. Next. I don't require to do anything else. Just you need to know these steps, that's all. Now see, what is my point is here, color change. Via T cos theta supplies necessary centripetal force, mr omega square. I have T cos theta. What do you want? You want T sin theta. So therefore, T is equal to mr omega square by cos theta. And T sin theta is nothing but mr omega square tan theta. By M or omega V square by R square. Done. What is tan theta? Obtain the data from this. And I have done the question. It is a Olympiad question. But even if it is a Olympiad question, can you please tell me what is the core step in this? Only one step. This is the step. And resolving tension into components, T cos theta, T sin theta, thereby T sin theta is equated to F. Any doubts? Right. Go ahead. So that's all for today. Anika and team, if you have any doubt, I'll discuss this tomorrow. No issues. Right. Right.